It's a rusting remnant of the Soviet past. But could this strategic Crimean naval base be the next flashpoint in Russia's dramatic resurgence? For centuries, the port of Sevastopol has been home to Russia's mighty Black Sea fleet. But the territory is in Ukraine, only leased to Moscow in a post-Soviet deal that expires in 2017. Well, until the collapse of the Soviet Union, this was a closed military city. And even now it's the place where modern Russia projects its power into the Caucasus. It was warships from here that were sent to blockade Georgia in the recent conflict. So why would this bastion of Russian power ever be a target of Moscow? Well, Ukraine, like Georgia, wants to join the NATO military alliance, and that means it will eventually have to kick these Russians out. It's not a prospect relished by Moscow or by overwhelmingly pro-Russia locals. With deep cultural and historical ties to Russia, many look to the Kremlin, not Kiev, for leadership. Local activists like Gennady Basov say the city should never have been part of Ukraine in the first place. Sevastopol is essentially a Russian city, he told me, and always was. But the rights of ethnic Russians are now being infringed. I asked him if he supported the idea of Russia seizing the area by force. A humanitarian catastrophe could emerge, he said. Then Russia and the entire international community would be compelled to act. Humanitarian reasons were cited by the Kremlin for intervention in Georgia, but war with Ukraine could be far more devastating. Unlike Georgia, Europe's second biggest country has a formidable military. Direct confrontation with Russia could be a large-scale disaster. Still, Ukrainian officials say there are worrying signs of Russia's intent. And this is why the Ukrainian government is so spooked. Russian passports, thousands of them they say, perhaps tens of thousands, being distributed to Ukrainian nationals here in Crimea. It's a national security concern because, remember, in Georgia, one of the reasons the Kremlin said it sent in its troops to South Ossetia was to protect Russian citizens. The fear in Kiev is that the same could happen here.
We will always feel Russian attitude to re-establish control in Ukraine through political, economic, energy and other means. Less military means, but still we are always under pressure. We feel that.
For the moment, a modern Crimean war seems unlikely, but no one's ruling out a future Kremlin claim on the territory. This picturesque corner of Ukraine could yet be forever Russia. Matthew Chance, CNN, Sevastopol.